Welcome back to Let's Play Thousand Arms. We got Sudina back, but it's just unfortunate that Schmidt had to die in the process. I guess it was to be expected, however. Ah, it's a recolor of the Dark Scout. I guess I'll leave this one in, since it's sorta different. I'm pretty sure that's not how it was colored before. Yeah, sometimes people just are set on their path and there's nothing you can do about it. That said, though, we still have to deal with the Emperor. I mean, it's during the battle with Schmidt that I mentioned, you know, about the strength you can find when wanting to protect someone, which, yeah, I mean, I know it's corny and everything, but it's also true. I mean, you could be surprised what people could be capable of when they want to protect something very dear to them. Some of the most, you know, nice people you've ever met could become some of the most frightening. Now, those red lights will always just take you right there to the start, so don't take the red lights. Ever. Always take the green or yellow ones. Makes this whole thing pretty simple, much more straightforward than the stupid maze area from before. But, are there any other... Yeah, there's one other enemy that might show up here. But it did not. Anyway, yeah, as I was mentioning, like, it was during the battle with Schmidt that I was kind of bringing up, talking about, like, you know, the strength you can find when wanting to protect someone, but of course, if there's anyone who's, you know, going to be on the real receiving end of that kind of power, it's gotta be the Emperor of Dianova. I mean, he's the guy who just wants to friggin' wreck the whole world. And we're not gonna let that happen. System disc, ooh, interesting. You could get those from Smoochie, but, I wonder who I want to use that on, though. Yeah, a random spell that you don't know is added to your weapon. I'll give it to Weena. I wonder what she learned. I might not have any idea, depending on what it is.
I wonder if I can actually figure it out. Considering all the spells I did already know with her not super light, did she know speed? Yeah, she knew speed plus.
Yeah, I don't know. She knew too many spells already, and I don't know which ones she didn't know, so... One thing's kind of troubling, though. Oh, but new enemy. Alright. Fury armor. It's a friggin' possessed suit of armor. That's kind of neat. I guess it's possessed by a very angry spirit. Also a very skilled swordsman, I guess. The spirit of a fallen swordsman of darkness or something. And he wants me to feel his fury, and I'm feeling it pretty hard so far. I'm gonna actually guard that next attack. He hits kinda hard. It doesn't help, though, that Soshi, despite me being over-leveled and everything, Soshi does not have very high defense. You know, he's not really one of the characters with the highest defense in general, and on top of that, I'm equipping him with an accessory that further lowers his defense. At the nice, you know, exchange of raising his offense and speed. But anyway, as I was saying, one thing is kind of troubling, though. I mean, Schmidt mentioned that Sudina would have to give up her life if we had any hope of defeating the Emperor with what power he has, which, I'm gonna say that can't be true. I mean, there's gotta be some other way of dealing with it, but the question is why he even said that in the first place. Aha, the armed dragon. This is the other enemy that can show up. Yeah, it's a little dragon machine. It's a dragon-ish machine thing, and its tail is like an electrical plug. It's kind of interesting. I kind of want to see its special, too, if I can. But yeah, we saw, you know, there was something weird going on with Sudina, too, when she was trapped in that crystal thing. The question is, what exactly is up with that? Like, maybe there's some way, maybe you cannot really draw out fully someone's power. Or more to the point, maybe the way you can really draw out all the power from someone is, you know, something that would just kind of kill them in the process or something. But be that as it may, I don't think I don't think we're gonna want to resort to that. We have to be able to find some other way of getting enough power to deal with the Emperor. I mean, as it is, we've got the Holy Flames right now, too, so there must be something we can do with that. Yeah, I like that dragon's little laser breath special. I don't know, it's firing laser beams out of its mouth like a dragon would fire out of its mouth. Yeah, we'll figure something out with the Emperor. The fact that Schmidt said what he said, though, still serves one pretty big purpose of letting us know that the Emperor is pretty scary. Oh, I gotta leave this in, I didn't notice that. The way his tail moves off screen like that, and the sound you hear, you should look at that again. I kind of get the impression that it's the intent there is supposed to be that, like, even though you don't actually see any electrical sockets around or anything, I think the dragon is plugging its tail into an electrical socket and then firing out those big blasts of energy. That's kind of cool. And there's a lot of treasure chests around, and I am just missing all of them. Yeah, if Schmidt said what he said, I'm gonna take his word for it that the Emperor must be pretty dang strong and that it's gonna be difficult to deal with. Wait. Where does... Okay, there's that door there, which I assume is where I want to go, then... Is the point of these stairs really only just to take me up here? Well, I got a gold angel, though, which, that acts like the silver angel, except the effect is much better, and that's the only one in the whole game. There's 5 silver angels and only 1 gold angel, although, honestly, the angels statues, like, I don't know, the silver ones at least, were really not all that effective from what I could tell. One thing I never did verify was if, like, maybe the angel statues just can't, move someone's intimacy up an entire level, like an entire point or something. It is possible that the purpose of the statues is not to... Did I just go in a circle? Yeah, I just went in a circle. Oh well, I'm just going to ignore the other chests then. It's possible that the purpose of the angel statues is not to actually, like, outright raise intimacy an entire level, but that it can get you closer to a level up. It just can't actually raise the level outright for you. That could be. I don't know one way or the other. What I do know is I used all 4 of the silver angel statues I had on Kylene, and she did not... Her intimacy did not increase even a single level when I did that, so yeah. That said, let's change up the party formation here. Because I'm not positive what's in this room, but if it's like the boss, then... Ah, we do get to save Damashi before the boss. I wasn't sure. Speaking of Damashi, I encountered a pink one there. Anywho, I should actually... probably go ahead and save. I should actually heal. But I should also... Bleh. I'm not sure why my tongue suddenly decided to, like, not work. I should probably also save, because it's been a while since I saved, and we fought a boss and everything, and I know this boss can inflict paralysis, I think. That's never fun, so... Yeah, by the way, we are on Chapter 12, The Sorrow of the Dark, Dark Master's Last Battle. Yeah. There's a reason I've intentionally avoided showing you that, chapter title that we're on, pretty much. Because it pretty much spells out what's gonna happen. And although I'm sure it was easily enough, like, guessable, I doubt, like, I'm sure enough people were not really surprised. There's still, I mean, it's still possible that some of you who haven't seen this before could have thought, you know, maybe there's a chance he won't actually die outright, but he'll just, like, end up helping us after he's defeated or something, but no, he dies. And even if it's, man, right before the big arse door leading where I wanted to go. But even if something is easy enough to guess, I still don't really like, you know, spoilers for that, and yeah. I don't know, there's something I don't entirely like about the game just kind of coming out and telling you what's going to happen in the save chapter title. But, that said, it's time we confronted the Emperor and the last evil Mecha at the same time. Oh, that's going to be fun. He's actually in person. Not just projecting, like spirit projecting, he's actually standing there now.
I've been waiting for you. You have been guided here by the flame of the light. It's time now for me to realize my long-awaited goal with the help of the holy flame.
You're gonna have to go through.
I will become a god.
You're gonna have to go through us for that.
And to become a god, I need your power.
Okay, that didn't look good. Well, crap. Just like that, we're completely powerless to stop him. He's siphoning all of the holy flames from our hammer. He's not actually stealing the summons, at least, mind you, but that's not really the point here.
I will be a god when I return to the moon.
Return to the moon? We heard he was going to go to the moon, but... Jeez.
Dianova!
The center of the base is just taking off.
You're not going anywhere. I am Shaft, the loyal servant of His Majesty. Foolish humans, fear the power of a god. None shall interfere with his plan.
It's Shaft, the last of the evil Mecha we have to fight. He's the one who killed Jobble near the start of the game. So I thought it would be fitting to let Sodina handle this one. She can avenge her brother. And it is about time that she got to show what she can do against a powerful enemy. She may have gotten kidnapped twice, but that doesn't mean she's some helpless damsel in distress.
Obey the darkness.
It's not going to be that easy for you. When Sodina isn't caught off guard, she is powerful herself. And there's no better time to show that than here.
Listen to the voices of the dark spirits.
You're gonna have to do better than that. Sodina's got controlled status now, though, so I'm going to have to use a heal all on her when I can. But she still attacked him and did a nice amount of damage, too. Even controlled status isn't guaranteed to make you do something beneficial to the enemy. Now let's see. Cure all. Nice teleporting attack. Let's see. How about... Might Guts? Oh, whoops, right, I didn't need to use Cure All anymore, I should have cancelled it. Oh well, that's alright. Why don't I start showing you what Sodina can really do? You might want to consider to just stop holding back yourself, because I know you're not using your strongest attack so far either. And in preparation for when he does, I think I'll raise Sodina's defense even higher.
Arrows of light!
Now how about this one?
Aura sword!
You don't just go around killing people and get away with it. He seriously needs to start using...
Dancing knives!
Yeah, she actually will say the name of her attack. She just doesn't say it as often as some of the other characters do for their specials. You seriously need to start using some of your other specials. Nice little flashy attack, but it didn't do much.
Aura sword!
You're the one who's blinded by darkness. Alright, as much as I'd like to finish him off, I think I want to hang back a bit, because I do want to see what other attacks he has before we finish him off. I'll get Cure All ready in case he inflicts any other status ailments.
I'll send you to the netherworld. Final cross!
Now that was a pretty cool attack.
Bow down before his majesty.
Sorry, but I don't bow down to evil people. I'll get a heal already, and if you'd be so kind as to show me your other quote for that final cross attack, I can put an end to this battle. Nah, you know what? I can edit it in or something, maybe. But I should just end this now. This battle, well, alright, I'll let him...
Bow down before his majesty.
Alright, I figured I'd let him get that one off just in case, but it would be, just in case, it would be the quote I was hoping for. I don't actually know what his other quote is, so I kind of wanted to see it. But
Feel the wrath of the heavens!
I think it's about time we put an end to the evil Mecha 5. And with that, Jobble has been avenged. But the Emperor still did get away with the Holy Flames. And that is really, really bad.
Worthless humans, listen. Our Emperor, our God, will become a complete being when he reaches the moon. He will reach a higher level than lowly animals like yourselves can ever attain. Bow down in fear. The perfect rule, the perfect order is at hand.
And in the end, the psychopath goes out with a smile. At least he died happy, I suppose? Not that he really deserved it. Dianova's falling apart because, well, a friggin' rocket ship just got launched from the middle of the base, and, I don't think they really designed the rest of this place to be terribly sturdy. I don't think they were concerned with it being around after the Emperor got to the moon. Oh yeah, you can see how much he cares about his subjects. All he cares about is obtaining power, just the same as all of the other members of the Dark Clan we've encountered. All the evil Mecha 5, even Schmidt. Power just doesn't have a purpose on its own.
Oh, what is that? Look, the Emperor!
Whoa! I mean, you get a whole bunch of power, and what are you going to do with it if you had no other thing you cared about at all? We should try not to let the Emperor answer that question for us, because it's probably not going to be anything good.
What are we going to do, mice?
Even I can't come up with an idea this time. We can't reach the moon with a ladder or anything. Yeah, indeed.
Nelsha's sad. Maybe if Nelsha make a bird costume, we can fly to moon.
I don't think that's gonna work. Silence fits this situation more than words. I have read in classical literature that silence is more eloquent than words. Just a moment. Classical literature? We should be able to learn more in the books of Miskatonia.
That's true. Metalia may know the solution to this. That's it! Cool! What are we waiting for? Let's go to Miskatonia, mice!
Well, I kinda missed out on some dialogue there, so I guess I'll have to edit that in too. Or not, because I forgot to record it. Sorry, I'll insert it into the next video instead. But yeah, the Emperor's going to the moon, and we have no idea what to do, so what better plan is there, really, than to go and see... Oh, hey. And to go and see Metalia and see if she has an idea of what we can do. And she's been around for probably hundreds of years too, just like Nelsha has been. But unlike Nelsha, Metalia might know more things about, well, all of this. I mean, Nelsha was just kind of involved with her whole dress thing, but Metalia's kind of more connected to the war that's been going on between the light and the dark. So let's put that handy warp ability we got to some good use. You can see that it's just become perpetually nighttime, which is interesting. I've never actually... I forgot that this happened. It's kind of cool. But I should stop dawdling and go ahead and go into Miskatonia. Okay, well, they kind of forgot to put on a night filter for this area here. That happens, I guess. Still, nice touch on the world map and all that. We already read all the books in Miskatonia, so it is just going to come down to asking Metalia herself, obviously. But this video's probably been long enough, and, you know, it's gonna be the real just end of the game, pretty much. So I think I should probably just end this video, leave that for another time. But also rest up, because that battle took a lot out of everyone, much as you would expect. Well, mainly
Good morning.
it actually mainly took out a lot out of Sodina, really, because I had already rested up the other party members, but details. Regardless, yeah, the Emperor stole all of the Holy Flames, and that's not good, so, we'll have to see what we can do about that. That's gonna do it for this video, though, and next time, we'll talk to Metalia, so I'll see you then. Take care, guys. Wait, past self, don't save over that save slot. Dang. Well, I'm gonna have to go through the entirety of Dianova all over again. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and show you a few things I missed on my first trip through Dianova. First of all, there's this elevator here, which, you know, originally I didn't go in it because I thought it might have been the right way to go, and I didn't want to go the right way immediately, but as you can see, that first chest had 2 grand potions in it. The second chest just had a book of wall, but those grand potions would have been pretty nice, you know. I mean, I'll be fine without them as high leveled and everything as I am, but still, would have been nice. One other thing, though, you know, a pretty straightforward path from here, but there's another item I missed in particular that I wanted to show, because you won't believe how easy it is to find, and it's an item I had wanted to find if I could, too. From here, you just go, you know, follow the path as you have to, and then right here, this intersection, simply go this way. And in these chests here, first of all, you get a potion EX, kind of nice, but in this chest, you get the hard armor, which, yeah, that's a nice bit of, that's a nice accessory that I would have liked to have. I'll show you what that does here on Soshi. First, I will unequip his Lord armor, and then we can compare the two. As you can see, the hard armor actually raises offense more than the Lord armor, and it raises defense more than the Lord armor, and it raises speed a bunch, too, which is pretty friggin' awesome. There is a hidden drawback I've read about that supposedly it doubles the damage you take, so the raised defense it gives you will offset that a little bit, but still, enemies who pierce defense or deal a lot of damage regardless of your defense, basically, you know, the double damage is going to be bad, but still, it's a pretty decent accessory. Shame I missed it, though. Another thing I missed was actually this enemy that I never encountered at all on my first trip through. It is the Dage King, D-A-G-E, some Japanese word, I have no idea what it means, but this thing's kind of interesting. It's got that attack where it drops its head on the ground, and I guess the shockwaves, invisible shockwaves it creates on the ground or something, hurts your frontline character. The design on this thing's kind of interesting. With that little skull on its head, it almost kind of reminds me of something out of Mega Man Legends, like something that Tron Bonne would create. But yeah, as you can see, they're not too big of a deal, not too hard to deal with or anything. The next thing I want to show is actually related to our final battle with Schmidt. There are a couple attacks that I never saw before, and also some alternate quotes that I didn't see before, and I've got them all here, so I'll show them to you real quick.
Writhe in pain! This is power! Dark mist! Your power is mine! Blade of darkness, crush the soul! Behold the power of darkness! Evil One, I summon you from the depths of the abyss!
Now for Shaft here, his final cross attack actually did not have an alternate quote. Perhaps that is why, instead, there's actually a third quote for his attack that can inflict the controlled status. He says, "I am the master of puppets," which, kind of fitting for an attack that can, you know, control you and even has, the status icon looks like puppet strings. But, yeah, you'll notice something different. The music is different. I'm sure you must have noticed something was up with the sound in my battle with him before. that's a bit of editing that I wanted to do, because the music you heard originally when I showed the fight was Shaft's theme, The Dark Steel, which plays in that cutscene just before you fight him where he teleports in front of you. You hear just a little bit of his theme, and then it stops, and the battle begins. And normally that's all, like, most anyone ever hears of that theme. I bet a lot of people who have played this game have never even heard how awesome the rest of his theme is. I don't know if they intended for that to be what happens, because I don't know, I mean, his theme sounds like a boss theme to me, and personally, I thought it was a missed opportunity that that wasn't used in the battle, so I did what I could to put it over the battle. I thought it would be a neat idea. I couldn't really do it perfectly because I'm not exactly like a professional sound engineer or anything. Plus, I don't think I have the capability to really do what I wanted to do perfectly anyway. I don't think the hardware really allows for it. The only way I really could have pulled it off perfectly would have been if I could have hacked the game to remove the music from the battle. Instead, I quieted the music in the battle as best as I could, and without affecting the sound effects too much. A lot of the sound effects were just ended up being quieter, just like the music, though some of them retained their volume a bit better than others, especially the voice clips. A lot of those stayed louder, luckily. And then I just threw the alternate music on, and yeah, that's kind of how it turned out. Since that did kind of mess with the sound quality a little bit, though, I'll go ahead and let you hear all of Shaft's quotes in their original quality with just the normal boss music, and then we'll call it a video.
Listen to the voices of the dark spirits. Obey the darkness. I am the master of puppets. Blinded by the light. Bow down before his majesty. I'll send you to the netherworld. Final cross!
And that's all of them. With that done, I can think of only one fitting way to end this video.
Feel the wrath of the heavens! Last man!
See you next time, guys. Take care.